Hi everyone, and welcome to Walk Away from the Workbook. If you're new here, my name is Nicole Seymour and I'm a kindergarten teacher in California. Do you have a young child who is having trouble forming letters and numbers? Is it like pulling teeth to get them to write their name and then you can't even read it because it's not very legible? I'm going to show you some different skills that your child needs to develop in order to be a stronger writer in the future. The first thing to consider is whether or not your child has a preferred hand to write with yet. If they're still switching back and forth between hands, they do not have a preferred writing hand yet. And you might have to work with them on distinguishing which hand they prefer to write with. Next up is something I didn't realize was as important until I started teaching kindergarten: pencil grip. If your child is not gripping the pencil appropriately, it's going to make it harder for them to fine-tune those muscles in order to form letters and numbers. You can help your child with pencil grip by teaching them a game that I do in my kindergarten class. We take a crayon and I tell them that the rules are you can only use your thumb and your pointer finger. They have to drop their crayon and pick it up to this tune. Drop your crayon and pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Drop your crayon and pick it up, put it to bed. When they put it to bed, they have to point the crayon down and then tilt it back into their hand so that it's resting. My students really love this. We also twirl the crayon around and we say, twirl the crayon around and round, round and round, round and round. And they really like doing this before we do any kind of writing or coloring activities. You also need to check and make sure your child is developing his or her fine motor strength. These are those small muscles in their hands and wrists that make it easier for them to control and manipulate their pencils and other small objects. You don't have to just do writing and drawing activities in order to fine-tune these muscles. There are a lot of different methods to get these fine motor muscles working. Your child is going to need to know how to make different types of lines: straight lines, curvy lines, zigzag lines, diagonal lines going up and diagonal lines going down in order to make letters and numbers. You'll also need to check your child's bilateral coordination. Are they able to do two things at once with their hands? They're going to need to be able to hold their paper while they're writing so that the paper doesn't slide all over the place. This also helps with cutting skills when they have to hold the paper and cut with scissors with their other hand. Bilateral coordination is extremely important when learning how to write. Another way you might want to check that your child is strengthening the muscles in their hands is to give them different types of textures to write with. For example, you could give them a pencil, then have them try the same thing with a crayon and a marker. You could have them try something on a chalkboard. All of these different textures require various amounts of pressure that you push into the paper or into whatever you're writing on. Some surfaces are slipperier than others, so it's harder for them to form those letters. I recommend using a chalkboard or using a crayon when your child is first learning how to manipulate a writing utensil, because they have to apply more pressure, and it's a little bit easier because it grips the paper. So as you can see, there are a lot of pre-writing skills that need to be in place before your child starts to form letters and numbers. Give your child plenty of opportunities to develop their fine motor muscles and have fun in the process. If you like this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with a friend who might find it useful. Make sure you connect with me on social media at Walk Away from the Workbook on Facebook or on Instagram at Seymour Nicole. Have fun learning with your little ones. See you next time. Bye.